Hey there guys, this is Flamzaron, aka YouTube Stasuke. Lately I've been thinking a lot about the Ys video game series, that PC RPG that they port to like the PSP and the PlayStation 2 sometimes, maybe. I played some of the newer ones and, I heard the news about it and, I figured I should get my thoughts on it since I'm sort of becoming a bit of a fan of it. Or at least more so than I was before. Uh, I find it, to be pretty interesting. To start off with, I got into the series, from probably, a sad and pathetic way. It was Ark Napishtim. It's sort of like how people get into the Tales series from Symphonia and how some people got into Star Ocean from Star Ocean 3. I got into Ys from Ark Napishtim, and I remember one of my friends rented it one day from Blockbuster, like bought it or something, and he played through like the entire game and showed Transangela, and we both thought the song Ernst was pretty cool. And then I remember I was the one who found it, and then he was like, "Holy crap, you are awesome at researching stuff!" And it's like, just type in the fucking name of the title. It's not that hard. Or type in Ernst. I don't think I've told him there's a remix of it. Anyway, and so the way I got into the games. I played a demo on one of the PlayStation magazines that I got. I had a subscription to the US PlayStation magazine, and we got like demo discs like every month, and that was kind of cool. I think the Xbox magazine does that too. But one of the demo discs had like Ys on there. And, I played it, and dang, this was pretty fun. I liked it because it felt like a platformer, and I felt that made it sort of unique in its own way. I'm aware that, Ark Napishtim was the first game to really adopt that kind of style, and nowadays that's basically, what they are in so many ways. I know that Ys 7 kind of plays differently. I actually own that game. Anyway, so that's how I got into Ys. And to go along a little bit further, and just to get this out of the way and off my chest, my favorite character is Adol. Yes, I know that's really, really easy to figure out. He has red hair, and he uses a sword. I mean, how... That's kind of obvious. And he's pretty cool. I mean, yes, I know there are other cool redheads out there with swords. Aris from that new game, Trinity Souls of Zil-Ul, looks pretty cool, and I do plan to play that game, maybe even buy it. And honestly, I think it would be cool if, they include him as a bonus character or DLC for Dynasty Warriors 7, but that's beside the point. Yes, I think Adol's pretty cool. He has some cool attacks, especially in Ys 7. I don't know, I just think he's cool. He might even be like my all-time favorite anime character, or video game character, sorry. And I might even say that I might like him more than Reed, which is saying something in my opinion. Because you guys know how Reed is my all-time favorite Tales character, and Tales is my all-time favorite video game series next to Dragon Ball Z. Or really Dragon Ball, I guess, at this point. And, and even then Dragon Ball Z. Anyway. But Adol, he's pretty dang cool. And just in case you guys are wondering, yes, it is Adol and not Adol. There's no F there. You don't even need to think about that kind of name. It's Adol. I think, and I'm not sure, but it sounds like it could be a pun off of adolescent, literally adolescent, because he is like, what, 17, 18, so he's pretty young. And, it's pretty cool. The one thing I don't like about him is that he doesn't have a voice. I think that's stupid. I think he needs to have an effing voice. He's voiced by Takeshi Kuzow in any form that he has a voice in. Yes, I know there's the anime where he talks, and in the fighting game that came out a while ago, he talks in that one. But did he even really have a choice? In other games, he either has, like, green text, or someone talks for him, or he has a narrator, like in the Ys 3 remake. Anywho. So, yeah. I haven't really played that many. I've played Ys 3 a little bit on the Super Nintendo. It was a ROM, though, so I didn't actually play it at the time when it first came out. I kind of gave you guys, the scoop. I also played Ark Napishtim, obviously, both on the PlayStation 2 and the PSP. I think I'm going to go for the PS2 version, though. It's probably the closest one to the PC version, which has really high quality graphics. And I also, play Ys 7. I actually bought that one. That's actually my first purchased uh, Ys game. I know that might be a little sad, but that's the first one I actually cared to purchase. And Ys 3, I played the remake of that. If you kept up on Twitter, then you would have known that I actually tried, play the game. The voice acting was great. The game was fun. The music was great. I'm going to get to the music in a minute. But the game kept friggin' freezing, so I didn't get a chance to play it that much. And so, I just gave it back to GameFly. And, while we're on the subject of, the gameplay and the mechanics and whatnot, one thing that I love about the Ys game is its music. I just think the music is so amazing. It's a nice blend of rock music with medieval fantasy music. I almost look at this game as sort of like a throwback to the old PC American RPGs. I mean, that's just my opinion. It sort of seems that way. I'm really only basing that on the fact that it's on PC. And I guess that's probably not the best way to go when it comes to talking about a video game series, but that's just my opinion. But you know what? Why don't you take a little bit of your time to listen to this music? Take a listen to this music from Ys 7. See, isn't that awesome? Oh, you weren't back? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, looks pretty good. I haven't seen the anime yet. I do plan on buying that one day. TransAngel and I still need to finish Koihime Musa, and I did get Scryed on DVD finally, so we might watch that. And we still have Inuyasha, but that's going to take a friggin' while. So I think the next one we might watch might be Ys. It really depends. I found it on Amazon. I don't remember how much it cost. But, I might buy it. Who knows? I saw a trailer for it, and it looked pretty good. It looked, nice, and it has that old anime look to it, but, you can still tell that it's Ys, and I think it goes over the first 2 games, so that's pretty cool. Moving on to the PC stuff, I actually I feel like I need to play a PC Ys game, because they have, the best graphics from what I've seen. There are patches for them available. The one in particular I want to play is Ys Origin, the prequel to the whole series. Because I feel like that's going to be the only one on PC that I'll actually want to play that probably won't either come out in English officially or won't come out on another console that I could just import for if I really wanted to. Though I don't think I like Ys enough to really import it. But, there are patches available. And, this one might be pretty fun. Plus, you can play as add-on, a little arena thing. I heard you have to, type in some weird code, and I heard that doesn't even work anymore, so, who knows. But I found it on Yes Asia, so I might buy it. I think it was a little pricey, though. Not too bad, I think $60, but, not too terribly bad. And I can always just download the patch. Though I also heard that you can order directly from Falcom, even if you're an international person. You just have to email them, the stuff, and then give them the information, and they take, the amount. Speaking of PC games, I am interested in playing the Ys MMO. It looks pretty good. And I think that'd be kind of cool, because the Ys series is sort of an interesting sort of world, I don't know. From the videos that I've seen, it almost looks like it'd be an action MMO too. I'm not really sure. It looks like it's probably going to be, the EverQuest or the World of Warcraft style, where you click on your enemy, then you literally watch a fight. But, maybe the game will make up for that. I heard it's actually coming out in English, or at least in Europe. I think it's kind of working. They're kind of working on a beta or something. I'm not sure, but eventually, maybe it'll come out, and maybe we'll be able to play it. It'll obviously be free to play, because so many MMOs are becoming free to play. someone could probably pull off making a fan translation and making it an official release, and no one would ever know. Going back to the regular games, let's talk about localization for a little bit. I'm aware that we've only gotten like so many. We got Ys 1 and 2 for like numerous consoles. Like for like DS, the PSP one I think just came out, and a few stuff. You also have Arc Nepetium for 2 friggin' consoles. We got Ys 3 on the Super Nintendo and also on the PSP, which was like the one that came out like a little while ago. Ys 7, which was like the first one we got in such a long time. And that was the first one that Xseed started bringing over. They suddenly wanted to like bring over the Ys games. And I'll be perfectly honest. I think the only reason why Xseed is even wants to bring over the Ys games is just so that they can have a reason to bring over the fighting game, Ys vs. Sora no Kiseki. And you're probably thinking, well, if they're just localizing Ys games, then no, they're not trying to bring the fighting game over. Well, if they weren't already bringing over Sora no Kiseki, you probably would be right, but they are bringing over Sora no Kiseki. Though, we don't know. That's just my speculation. And I'm actually really excited for Sora no Kiseki because I've been waiting for that game since like 2007, I think. It looked so fun. I downloaded the demo off the PSP Demo Center and I played it and it's like, oh, this is awesome. I'm not real big on, turn-based games, but, they're okay as long as the story's good or the gameplay is tolerable. For Legend of Heroes, the story kind of draws me in. I like that, it's interesting. So I'll probably give this game a play. Hopefully it'll have the same effect as the previous Legend of Heroes games, but, I heard they're bringing over all 3 and maybe even the new one that is like being worked on or just came out a while ago. And I'll definitely get the fighting game if it comes out. From what I think, it probably plays like Ys 7, which is actually fine in my opinion. I'll probably get TransAngel to get it, because, you can play as Geist, I think, and Ernst will probably be in it. I think he's in it. I know his song's in it. As for the future of Ys, I'm not sure. I think what they're probably going to do is start putting the games on PSP. And I think what they're going to do with that first is remake all the other games that they missed, that they haven't, like there's 4 and 5, and 6 is already out on PSP, and so is 1, 2, and 3, and 7, so after that, then they can work on 8, and they'll probably just, make games for PSP, like, Ys 7 was actually made for PSP. There's been speculation of a PC version, and even a PS3 version. I'm not exactly sure where they got that, but, I would love to play an Ys game in HD. That'd be awesome. Of course, if you really want to do that, you should just get the PC version. But yeah, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're planning on going with their same PC verse, then whatever console they want later. Probably PSP. Maybe they're working on Ys 8 right now. Though I don't know how long they can keep this going. They can probably keep it going for a little while before it starts getting repetitive and, whatnot. Because, with Ys, the storyline, Adol and Dogi are really just traveling random places. I bet there's probably a map that they have in their office, like, okay, where has Adol gone this time? Where can he go next? We're running out of ideas. But hopefully they keep, bringing out a few games. Maybe they'll make a sequel to the fighting game. That'd be cool. Or maybe like a Coolio online DLC downloadable version for PlayStation Network. I don't know. But yeah, I like Ys. Go buy it if you want to play it. I'd recommend it. And that's really all I have to say about it. It's a nice series, so yeah. See you guys later.